Aloha and welcome everyone to Decked Up, a Steam Deck podcast. We're going to be talking about the Steam Deck, as you guys know, one of my favorite absolute devices, along with talking about gaming, tech, and so much more. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching this on YouTube and you enjoy what you're seeing, make sure you like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and hop on into the comment section. Yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of things because, you know, we're living down here in Waikiki, so there's a lot of background noise. But hey, we're going to try and clean up as best as we can. But this is also going to be available on all major podcasting outlets. So if you're listening to this on, say, Spotify, or if you're listening to it on Apple Podcasts or anything like that, then make sure you follow and leave a comment down below, rate it, share it around, and all the good things you should do on your favorite podcasting outlets. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into the first topic because there's a couple topics I want to talk about today. We're going to talk about not only the Steam Deck shipping update, which happened on the 19th of here September, but there's also been a tweet that went out where he talked about the production upgrade or update, and there's a lot more. We're going to talk about the new Steam Deck competitor from Logitech, which I think is going to be quite interesting. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and transition over to this other scene. I'm going to leave timestamps below. So, if you're watching this live or if you're watching it, you can just hop around. I'm also going to leave in the show notes, production notes, for those who are listening, so they'll know where to go to. So let's go ahead and let's hop on over. And first thing we're going to talk about here is the Steam Deck shipping update that they put out on their official Steam Deck news page. So, basically, it says, hello, just a quick note about shipping today. As some folks on the internet have noticed, we see you, Reddit. We're speeding through reservations at an accelerated pace. This is due, and yeah, guys, you will hear my daughter in the background. I do have a toddler, so never mind that. So this is due to increased production, and we've beaten our own estimates yet again. With today's batch of emails, we now send invitations for all reservations in Q3, so July to September bucket. Now that Q3 is done early, we're going to get a head start on the next set of reservations and are fulfilling reservations that were scheduled for the Q4 window. We've updated the store page to reflect this with an updated bucket description, September, December. That's it for today. More to come soon. So today is Thursday. This is Thursday, the 22nd. So you should have, if you're in Q4, you should have started getting your emails as of today, because you guys know they send out emails on Monday and on Thursdays, and this is exciting. I remember it's kind of, I kind of want to say, back in my day, because it's been a while, but like when you really sit and think about it, if you were like in the early batches of getting your Steam Deck back when it launched, or within Q1 or Q2, or hell, even early aspects of Q3 before the production ramp up, it was a bit of a wait, because it's like, especially if you had I had the 512 gig model, you were waiting so long just to get your Steam Deck even just shipped out to you. So it was absolutely ridiculous. You go, and at one point you had to wait every Monday to see if they were going to ship something out, and then they upped the production, so it's the shipping too, so it's every Monday and Thursday, but it still felt like a crawl because seconds were going by and not a whole lot of time. But now, and since they've gotten their production chain under control, really grateful for that, they have made it to now where you can simply go on Steam's website, go on Steam, pre-order, or aka reserve, and you'll be getting it soon. So, for those of us who were pre-ordered back when they announced it back, was it July 15th, 16th of 2021? For the first 3 quarters, so we're done. So Q4 at this point, and anyone after, guarantee. I mean, they made the statement earlier that you're going to get it. If you went ahead and reserved, they're going to make sure you got it within this year. So that's something that's actually pretty interesting when you look at the rate of availability of the Steam Deck in comparison to something like the PlayStation 4, or not 4, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series S and X. Actually, scratch that. Xbox Series S and X, you can easily walk into a Walmart, an convenience store, Best Buy, whatever, Target, and you can easily get it. Like I've been walking in and I've been seeing those all the time. I've actually considered getting another Xbox Series X, but I kind of don't need one. My Series S works for my daughter, being like her Cocomelon Bananamu YouTube player. But outside of that, like PlayStation 5, a lot of people complain about it's been 2 years and the availability is really hard to try and find a PlayStation 5. I agree to an extent. Because when I say to an extent, because with the PlayStation 5, you can still go on, they're doing weekly queues multiple times a week for you to be able to order a PlayStation 5 directly through them. Now, as far as like walking into a store and getting one, and that's something that has been an issue. Like, you can't really walk into a store and get a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. I keep saying 4. PlayStation 5 digital edition. And it's very true. But they have made it to where, like, at least 2 or 3 times a week, there's a queue going on for you to order. And that's been going on for months. So when people say, oh, I still can't get a PlayStation 5, not, there's you got to look at that with some caveats, because you can get it. It's there. But people aren't, going out of their way to really um to really look for that, because if you really wanted that, you could get it. It's just people you know which is interesting, because we're in this time where you would think, and I know this is completely different, it's talking about Steam Deck, but it's tech related. So anyway, tech and gaming, you would think people would understand we're in this age now where mostly everything you're going to want to get, you're going to need to order it, off Amazon or wherever, and it'll get shipped to you. We're fully in the digital age, and a lot of brick and mortar stores, that concept is starting to die off. Like, they're hurting really hard, and they've been hurting for a while. Like, Amazon has really changed the game with that, and you're seeing all these other companies that are just, they're diving in with the order and have it shipped to you, because it's sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's better. But yeah, that's when I hear people say like you can't get the PlayStation 5, I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah, you can. You've been able to for months. Just, you want to walk in and get one, you can just order it. But anyways, that little rant aside, that's something you're gonna see on the Decked Up at Steam Deck podcast. I do my little rants and I talk about things. But anyways, we're going to move on over, and we're going to talk about the next topic, which is what Steam Deck tweeted out this morning. And they talked about the production update. So let's transition over to that screen. I love that transition thing I have. It's so neat. Shout out to Harris Heller for running the website that does that. And if you guys want to use that for your streams or your videos, I will leave links down in the description down below. Anyways, Steam put out a tweet today. It basically says Steam Deck production is faster than ever. We're on track to fulfill all reservations before the end of the year. There's temporary snag for our Canadian customers that we want to address. Please see the follow-up tweet for more details. And this went out at 7:30 a.m. my time. So I'm in Hawaii Standard Time. Bless you, baby. How you doing? That's really comes down to, just 7:30 HST. That's my time. Anyways, says our distribution has hit a processing backlog for orders to Canada. Canada always kind of gets it wrong on a lot of things. So folks in this region will see a very temporary pause in order emails. We're working on it and are optimistic we can resume emails to Canada soon. This doesn't impact emails or shipments to other regions. To clarify, the reason for this pause is so our distributor can make it through the backlog of paid orders in Canada before resuming sending emails to folks in this region. Tweet from an account I mute. Who did I mute? Oh, oh. Anyways, fellow intermediate partner. Anyways, I meet a lot of people, especially when people are kind of getting like. Anyways, when it comes, okay, so I guess I'll talk about that. So, when I mute accounts on Twitter, from people I follow, that's typically due to the fact that I, because a lot of my work, right, like I'm following companies, I need to get information. I need information about pre-ordering something or information about topics to cover. Companies I'm working with that are, hey, we just made an announcement for a product. We want you to cover it. I try to keep my Twitter and my social media in general political free and social issue free because I work full time as a content creator. I have to be on top of my content. When it comes to other stuff, I I follow news and stuff like that outside of my content. When it comes to content, I don't have time for following that. So that's why. Ain't nothing personal. If I have you muted, it's just because you probably went on some type of tangent and it was clogging up my feed. And I ain't having any time for that. Anyways, so with the CNET production being faster, and if they're going to fulfill all reservations before the end of the year, that means whatever snag that we had before, where like when, I was talking about earlier, so like those of us in Q1, Q2, and even early parts of Q3, where we had to like deal with super like delays, right? Like things were moving at a snail's pace of seconds. So they have addressed that. So I'm happy. So go ahead and reserve, and you'll probably be able to get one ASAP. But Canada sucks. I mean, Canada just seems like it gets the raw end of the deal like a lot of times when it comes to these companies. So it's very, very unfortunate that has happened. But it kind of is what it is. I'm not too sure what to say about that. So it's like, okay. Oh yeah, going back to what I was talking about earlier about getting the PlayStation 5. Here, if you're not following Wario64 on Twitter, look, they have a queue. This is happening multiple times a week. So if every time I see people say, "Oh man, I can't get a PlayStation 5," really? Because this is happening all the time. I'll leave a link to Wario64 because you need to follow him. But yeah, this thing, if we click on it, you just have to do I'm not a robot, do all this stuff. Let's see. And then like 16 minutes. Okay, this was it today's Thursday? This is like the third time this week this has gone up, right? So yeah, if you want to get a PlayStation 5, you can get it. I'm just saying, like it's weird when I hear people say, "Oh, I can't get it." Yeah, you can. It's available. Anyways, going on my rants, because y'all know Rant City up in here. We're always doing that. Other thing I want to talk about is at Tokyo Game Show, we saw a lot of the Steam Deck dock, right? The official dock. We can check over. You can see that. So this was shown at Tokyo Game Show. And this is official dock. And what I like about this, when you compare this to other docks, like the JSAUX docks, I think I have one. It's not in reach, but it's over there. When you compare it to the JSAUX docks, what this has is it doesn't block the air ventilation, as you can see. The JSAUX docks, JSAUX, that's how they say, that's the correct way to pronounce it. The JSAUX dock does not cover the ventilation holes. So, or it does, actually. I got confused. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking JSAUX. The JSAUX dock, it does cover the ventilation holes. A lot of people don't really care too much about that, but you know, all you gotta do is like put it off to the side or a little bit, angle it a little bit, and it won't cover it. Well, you don't have to worry about that at all with this. Like this right here, the ventilation holes are not at all covered. You know, it's they made this in a way that's very low profile and um, it's right under the ventilation hole. So that's good. That is good news. You get what is this 1 point display port 1.2 probably 4K HDMI 2.0. Hopefully it's 2.1, but it's probably 2.0. Got your power delivery through USB Type C. Uh, that looks like a display port as well. Maybe HDMI, but no. You've got gigabit Ethernet import, USB, and what else we got? So I guess this is another. No, that's USB. It's gotta be USB, right? Okay, yeah. So 3 USB ports. So some people, apparently, I've heard some people say that they want to have additional ports on the official dock where you can utilize Type C to do like Type C to Type C or Type C to like HDMI or Type C to DisplayPort. And I can understand that if you want like to have like a profile. Plus, you know, they don't damage as easily as DisplayPort cables because you know DisplayPort goes in as a little latch. HDMI can also damage pretty easily. Um, I can understand that, but is it necessary? No. But it is interesting that they had this on display. They showed this at Tokyo Game Show, and I'm wondering if this is done. Uh, I'm wondering, are we even going to get this before the end of the year? I'm very curious about that. I mean, if we do, I'm definitely ordering it. I got it on my my wish list because I'd love to have one. I'll probably order two. Um, but I'm wondering if they're working on fixing the issues with like because the docking situation with the Steam Deck is still kind of finicky. It's gotten slightly better with updates. That's one thing you can see too. You see like this is the new Hori fight pad or fight stick. I need to get one. I have enough fighting sticks, but like I want another one. But yeah, it definitely could be a lot better, and I'm thinking it's gonna get better as time moves on. And then we got Hideo Kojima. He's that's pretty cool. He signed. I think he signed it. Yeah, of course that's to promote that. But anyways, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I mean, compared to like the recent JSAUX doc, the difference is you could probably do two monitors out of this, one display port, one HDMI. Which for me, I could do this setup. Uh, but the JSOX dock only has this either or HDMI or DisplayPort. Actually, they're not marketing that the DisplayPort option anymore, are they? I don't think they are, which is interesting. I think they should. I think it would be good, but I don't think that they are. Um, yeah, it's quite interesting. Speaking of JSOX, they are their new dock is coming out. Pre-orders have gone up for that again, and let me go ahead and pull that up. So a lot of people have officially gotten their the new third dock, but they put up a tweet. It says less than a week left for the next batch of M.2 SSD docking stations. So they got the dock only, for 109. Dock plus a 1 terabyte SSD for 179, and dock plus 2 terabyte SSD for 249. So I know I still think this is going to be something that's very niche, and I know I'm not the only one who has said this. I know Deck Ready has also stated this on their video. They talked about this being something that they don't think a lot of people may actually be jumping to get. Um, yeah, it's. I mean, I know one of the recent videos I did, I stated like I wasn't gonna be getting it because JSAUX initially said they weren't, but they did reach out to me after that video actually, and they did notify me they will be sending me. I'm probably gonna get it later than everyone else. It's fine. I'll still cover it. Um, I'm just curious to see how this is gonna work because I think you're gonna need to utilize you're gonna go in a terminal and run a code for it to auto mount itself. The M.2 because I don't think it's set up to auto mount itself. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that works out. You know, I am I'm optimistic. I'll just say that. I don't know how that's gonna work ultimately, but I am optimistic to see how that does work out. Because I think, and they have some skins from what I heard. This the no, anyway. They have some skins I know they're working on, and I don't know what the status of that is. Let's go to their website. Let's go check it out. You know, this is what I like about the doing podcasts because you can literally take your time. You don't have to rush. Whereas, like you do a YouTube video, you gotta rush through things. But let's see. Uh, Steam Deck related. Yeah, so nothing on the skins. Interesting. I'm still of the mindset they need to discontinue this stock. Or if they're going to continue selling it, drop it to $20. There's no point when you've got the upgrade dock. But yeah, it seems like they're not even talking about the dock with the DisplayPort anymore. So I maybe that was discontinued. I don't know. And this is the only one that they're really talking about right now. My thoughts are hopefully like thermals aren't too bad, but you know I'm definitely looking forward to when this does come in, testing it out, trying it out. Um, I'll say this because if I can't use it with this, then I'll probably use it with whenever I get a new computer. Because right now both my computers are out for repair, which is interesting as a topic. Laptop came back, repaired, was actually broken, took it back less than 15 hours back to Best Buy, and it got shipped back out again. And then my desktop is out for repairs. So we'll see. But I could definitely use this on like not only the Steam Deck but also my desk, my laptop. Probably gonna switch over to using a Mac. But anyways, that's that for that topic. All right. So do you guys know I did put out the Trails from Zero review? Anyways, uh, so when I did the announcement for the Decked Up Steam Deck podcast, right? There was some questions I asked. What are some topics on the Steam Deck you'd like to see covered? And so, shout out to or three that did comment on it. So we'll kick it off with our last topic is going to be the Logitech steaming, not Steam, but streaming platform. But we're going to bring this up first. So, Perfidious 333. One of the topics they want me to cover. It says future games you want to see verified. Holds for Steam Deck's future iterations. Thoughts on EmuDeck and version manual setup of emulators. Personal favorite settings for specific games. Maximize battery. Favorite free to play deck titles. Maybe some deck channels that I'd recommend or I watch. Can make a shout out for smaller channels as well. Actually, I will make a shout out right now. High Tech Low Life is one I watch a lot. Thoroughly enjoy their content. Outside of them, I really enjoy watching Games Revealed. I think they're phenomenal. James, aka The Brink, is awesome. Great channel, great content. You know, he's also a developer too, because I think that also helps in like how he's doing that. A lot of the content that he puts out. Love Nerd Nest, absolute fan of that channel. I enjoy Deck Ready, even though they only do like one video a week, but still very informative. I enjoy them. And Gaming on Linux. And I'm not limiting this to like smaller channels. I'm just limiting it to Steam Deck or Deck channels I enjoy watching. So Gaming on Linux, absolutely love watching them. And that's just about all I can think about off the top of my head right now. But those are channels I think you guys should check out. Ones that I watch, and then ones that I thoroughly enjoyed. So, favorite things to use Steam Deck for outside of gaming. You know what? This will probably go into the next episode. I'll probably cover all of that, like in the next episode because I need to sit and think about that. Things that I didn't know the deck could do from Randall Smallfoot. I didn't know the deck could do. That's gonna go in the next episode too. Paul Perry says the likelihood that we'll ever get to install Microsoft Game Pass not streaming via cloud. That is something I do think could happen. I think there's a strong chance of that happening. I think the main thing is how they would get it running on Linux. Because we know it works on PC, on Windows. But how would they be able to get the games to work without issues on Linux? That's the biggest hurdle. I know some people want them to make like a mini Xbox or like a portable Xbox, or like take what's in the Series S and just make it smaller into a portable form factor. I don't think Microsoft wants to do that, to be completely honest. I think that it would benefit them to work with Valve. I just think it would benefit them. I know in a way that quasi competition Steam and then Microsoft Store or Microsoft Gaming on the Microsoft Store. But Microsoft approach, remember there was a time when you couldn't get Word on Apple, on any Apple products, right? On Mac at all. And Microsoft changed that stance where you could get it. And probably for the young folks, y'all may not even know this, but like, yeah, there was a time when you couldn't. And now you're able to. And you have been able to for like last 17 or so years. And the benefit of that is they can get their service, their products on every platform available. So you can use Word or Microsoft Office on Mac, PC, and on Chrome and via cloud. So I do think it's coming. It's something they just need to figure out. I don't think there's anything in it for them to make a portable Xbox because could they do it? Yeah, but you're constantly seeing them push towards like streaming. It just seems like that's the direction they want to go, and potentially, possibly, and the fact that they even made that guide for the Steam Deck, I think they want to work with them. I think that's purely where that's going to go. So hopefully that answered some of your questions. I want to go back over to Twitter. The Switch dies in 97 hours. Their aggressive marketing is actually very funny, and then you got Fan the Deck. Fan the Deck is they're funny. I thought that was funny. That was hella funny. Um, I'm looking forward to ordering this because this is definitely something I'm going to be covering. Can't wait for this to come out. But what do you guys think? Are you excited? Are you going to be getting your order in for the Project KILLSWITCH? And then let's go ahead and we're going to dive into the last topic. This has been the topic of a lot of discussion within the last day or two. A lot of people think that this is overpriced. It's on sale right now for $299, but the normal price is going to be $349. Now, before I give my opinion on this, we're going to look at this further. So, kind of a Switch Lite setup. It's like if you had like a Switch Lite plus like the grip, or Switch plus a Switch grip case. From like probably like Satisfy or something. So it is ergonomic. I will give them credit for that. This is very ergonomic overall. So it looks like you've got power, volume, or whatever that's supposed to be. I don't know what those are supposed to be. And then you've got speakers, headphone input, Type C charge on the bottom. Okay. Let us look at what they're talking about. So it says Logitech G Cloud gaming handheld puts advanced graphics and libraries of blockbuster games from the cloud in your hands, freeing you to play what you want in more places. So this discount is offered until October 17th. Now, keep in mind, I do have one of these pre-order because I'm a tech head and I'm going to review it. Again, I'm going to save my opinion for after. But they do make sure to make it a point to say, hey, cloud requires a cloud subscription service sold separately to work as intended, such as NVIDIA GeForce Now and Xbox Game Pass. So, looking at the specs, so this has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G SD, so abbreviation SD 720G. So it's an octa-core CPU up to 2.3 gigahertz and a resolution of, so this is 1920 by 1080, 16 by 9 aspect ratio. So higher resolution than Steam Deck or the Switch. IPS LCD. So still not as great as the Switch OLED. 450 nits typical brightness. So it's the same size, screen size, as Steam Deck. And Switch OLED. The 7-inch screen. 60 hertz refresh rate, multi-touch enable. Stereo speakers. Echo canceling, noise suppression. Interesting. Auxiliary imports, a 3.5 millimeter headset import. Bluetooth 5.1 and USB-C headset support. Cool. So he's got all your typical buttons. So, left, right, bumpers, triggers. So these are option buttons right here. That's new. And on the front, you got Logitech G button, and you got your home button. Okay, interesting. So dual band Wi-Fi radio. So it could do 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. Okay, not bad. You probably want to keep this on 5 gigahertz, which means you want to be close to your router. Or if you're further away, then do 2.4 gigahertz. Now, bandwidths. So 802.11a, B, G, N, and AC. Does not seem to support the latest bandwidth of 8x. That's concerning. Why couldn't they do that? Doesn't interesting. Battery. The watt hours 23.1. Expansion card, TF card expansion. That's interesting. Why does it have that? Operating system is Android 11 with Google Mobile Service. So, let's play the video.
With Logitech G Cloud, I can stream hundreds of next-gen games in my living room. Race through space and bravely save Earth from annihilation in my bedroom. Play pirate in private and rain death on my enemies. Kick back, kick ass, and knock off my competition in my backyard. Fulfill forgotten prophecies, slay some serious beasts, and bask in the vast spoils of my conquests. In my kitchen. So get comfortable. There's levels to play. I think I'll take the pink. Stream a ridiculous amount of games from Xbox and NVIDIA GeForce Now with Logitech G Cloud.
So the new way to play the cloud. Cloud gaming handheld is a perfect addition to your cloud gaming routine. It has a large 7-inch Full HD touchscreen with 60 Hz refresh rate. I like the way it looks. I'll say that much. I like how it looks. Game Pass and GeForce Now. Remote play. Okay. So there's nothing that this is doing that you can't already do with the Steam Deck. Biggest difference is the battery life. So you got a 12 plus hour battery life, which is something you don't have. That's the only advantage that this has over the Steam Deck, along with the better screen. The 16 thumbs down. Okay. My thoughts on this. Right? I have one pre-ordered. I'm a tech head. I want to tinker with this. I want to see how I can use this. Because if this is running Android 11, that means you can mod it. You're going to be able to run games on it from the Android store. You're going to be able to put emulators on it. You know? So, which is, depending on how powerful this is, with that Snapdragon processor, right? You should be able to emulate all the way up until like Wii, possibly PlayStation 2. So it's a powerful little thing. I'm not gonna knock it, but that price though, that price for $50 more, if you're going by the original price, which is what's going to go back to after October 17th, for $50 more, you can get a Steam Deck. And it's a better value. The only thing you're getting over with this, over the Steam Deck, is better battery life. And probably more ease of use. Actually, it's three things. So 3 things you're getting. You're getting better battery life, like substantially better battery life. You're getting a better screen because it's 1920 by 1080, and you're also getting more ease of use. Or four things: ease of use, because Xbox Cloud, all this stuff is natively here, so you're not gonna have to go and tinker. That's an advantage over the Steam Deck. And then, outside of that, you also have the fact that it is Android. Now, because it's Android, Android 11, you can, like I said, you can put emulators and stuff on. That's it. That's the only four things that it has over Steam Deck. And hell, technically even Switch. But that price, $249 on sale, $300 natively, or no, what is it? $350. What's the price? Let me go back up to it. So it's on sale for $350 is normal price. $300 is the sale price. This should have been $150 to $200 if they wanted to sell it like that. It should not have been more than that. I think going beyond that price is where they have lost their goddamn mind. I don't know why they wanted to charge it for that price. Like I said, I pre-ordered it. That's going to be coming in when it comes out. I'll be tinkering and testing with it. But I mean, with all the other devices on the market, Abernick and whatnot, Retroid Pocket, that are also Android, yeah, this price, oh, I'm even willing to go so far as to say I don't even think they're going to fully support this. I think this is going to be something they're going to run with for a very short portion of time. This is probably going to have support for like 6-7 months, maybe a year, before they drop it. I don't see them sticking with this. That's my opinion. I don't see them doing it. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that. This has been fun. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the Logitech G Cloud, or the G Series Cloud, or a cloud gaming handheld, whatever the hell they want to call it? What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of pretty much everything we talked about today? Production, shipping. We talked about JSAUX docks. We talked about PlayStation 5 and Xbox and availability. We talked about possible Xbox handheld. Yeah. What do you guys think? And if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure if you're watching it, leave a like, comment, sub to the channel. If you're listening to it on the podcast now, let's leave a rating, share it, follow it. And if you want to support the content, if you enjoy this and the other content I put out for tutorials and more, then become a Patreon supporter today. So head on over to patreon.com/MikhailCasanova. And I'll be doing exclusive content for Patreon supporters, as well as channel members on YouTube and subscribe star members. So I'll have exclusive content as well. And I'll probably, I'm going to do some other stuff. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to just start giving stuff away on probably live streams to the community. Possibly even podcasts. I might even, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and we'll go from there, because since I have so much that I get from the Humble Bundle, a lot of it I probably already have. I'm just going to start giving that away and other things too. But anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed this podcast. 'Cause I had fun with it. Man, it feels good to be back. Even though I'm not even doing this at my station, I'm doing this at my wife's station. This is her setup. I had to tinker and get everything going. But yeah. Catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and see you in the next one. Peace.